sir. Geeks all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, it's the man that's out here trying his best to not murk nobody. It's your boy Real. Got the man that put the cuz and because as well. Got the man that just won't stop cussing, man. I don't know what's going on with this Big J. And the man that's still eating bowls of cereal and watching Saturday morning cartoons is BA, man. Listen, definitely appreciate y'all doing. Listen, man. Baskin Robbins knows everything. Listen, man. We definitely appreciate y'all picking out with your boys for another one, man. Listen, we are here to talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. So if you guys are into that type of stuff, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, whatever it is, Harry Potter, whatever it is, man, we're here for it. Simply do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. And also, to everybody, hit them likes for us, too. That would be much appreciated. We still continuing to try to build the algorithm up, man, to find more geeks like yourselves. And also, too, if you guys have any questions or comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up here in the show, we will address it at the end of the show. All right, fellas, let's get to it, man. We got some shows to talk about here, man. So check this out. Y'all already know we got an episode of this show here. Just dropped on Wednesday, y'all. So we have episode 3 of Fallout. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you guys have not seen the episode yet, we encourage you to go watch it. Come back and let us know what you think. But until then, spoilers. Yes, sir. All right, cuz, man, take it away, man. What was your thoughts of episode 3 of Fallout?
It was fine. Just the early parts of it for sure. Macaulay Culkin popping up. Ogre getting snuffed out for leaving her Legionnaire, which was funny. And then when it came to them talking about monarchy and everything for the Roman Empire, mixing in Roman Empire, Greek, and everything else and whatnot was craziness. But I'm liking it more and more with them going deeper into the lead up to the Fallout. Has been the biggest part for me because you can see how, because we know like the end of it, he's a ghoul now, but what led to him becoming it, I think it's a big thing. Because now you also see the former, I can't think of what they were, but the oh boy, that's a ghoul now with the kids. That was with the kids drinking a soda.
Oh,
like you see, Squire. When it came to them, like you could see how he was already a bad guy and he became a ghoul, and it's just going to make things worse with him. But when it comes to the ghoul, he started off as just a family guy, a actor, then ended up becoming a spy, essentially trying to stop the Fallout. And so just to see how it's everything evolved for him has been a crazy watch, and for him to do whatever it takes to survive as well at this point, cutting out a piece of him, it's been incredible. So far the show's been great. They hadn't played the video game, but knew that the video game was a massive hit, and like all the nerddom talked about it. So it's fun to see, like, it's been a great show, and it's a great hit for Amazon. What you got, Big J?
I mean, we all did know that the ghoul was going to come in and save Lucy because,
always
she's just terrible with her golden rule foolishness. She still hadn't learned. The fact that the delusion that she lives in, and the fact that she realized her entire upbringing was lie, and yet refuses to let that go and still wants to hold on to this fictitious, worldview she has, just ridiculous. When you see that it never works out based on what you do. And then, of course, I thought that Maximus felt betrayed by the Brotherhood, the leader of the Brotherhood, when old boy basically was telling him to get out when he offered to go kill the other people for him. He was like, yeah, just get out. We sent him straight on over to go see, what's the name's character, Xander. which he was funny. I liked him, of course, but it's him, so he's funny in everything he does. He's cool in everything he does, but the fact that he was in there flying the thing, like, come on, let's go hang out, and tried to win him over to his side, which he kind of did until he was about to kill those little ghoul kids and his buddy, his former squire. But like I said, it seems to be pretty good. I don't know what's going to happen now though with now that Maximus killed Xander. Looks like he's about to set off a war between the different factions of the Brotherhood. But like I said, I'm still trying to figure out. We still haven't seen the story of how the ghoul became a ghoul. We saw how Thaddeus became a ghoul, but not how the ghoul, the ghoul became a ghoul, which is kind of interesting. All we see is him walking around being cool in Hollywood and going to these little meetings and stuff. But now, and then he goes from that to being what he is 200 years later. It's kind of weird, but
they're gonna probably work their way up to that.
But I wonder, because how many seasons is the show supposed to be though? Because I'm wondering if they're going to reveal
that I don't know. I think they greenlit it for another season, I believe.
See, I wonder if they're going to try and stretch that out until like the third or fourth season. I'm like, to me, I think they should come and reveal that this season and then move forward. Because I know they like doing these little flashbacks to show you pieces of his life, but I'm like, show what happened, let's see what it is and then move forward. Let's not keep going backwards. That's about all I got. What about you, BA?
I think they're going to continue what you just said that you don't like. I think they're going to constantly juxtapose where they're at right now versus where they was at in the past. This whole thing is basically bringing back past memories in a sense, and trying to forge a new future based off of what happened in the past. So they're never going to not bring up the past or show you clips from the past of how they got to where they're at now. And you could just see from the people that's trying to be like the Roman Empire, which old girl Lucy just completely demolished. Like, I know y'all not doing this, right? Like, y'all doing the Roman thing like the Romans and stuff. So, they're all over the place. But I like Macaulay Culkin. I like his character. He smirks at her like I feel like he knows that she's right first and foremost, and it might be a slight attraction there, but it's like I feel like he's smarter than the people that he's working for, and he might be looking for his opportunity later on to take over in a sense, and I think that could be a part of the future. But like you said, I was actually one of the ones that thought Lucy was going to get out by herself. I was 100% incorrect, and thank you for letting me know very beginning in the show. I appreciate it. I didn't want to necessarily have to hold that one in pause. So I was like, it's just she's an idiot, bro, and it's just like, you naivety leads to being idiotic at times, and that's where she's at right now. And hopefully she gets past that. But if this ain't an indication, they should just never do it. Then. If she doesn't curve her thought process now, then it will never happen. So hopefully that this is it. This is like the last thing. Shout out to Maximus. I don't know if your boy is dead or not. I don't know. He smashed him in his head with that fire mallet, but you didn't see it, right? You didn't, so we don't know. And like I said, I'm not familiar with the storyline. I'm just watching episode by episode. But as a comic book fan, if I don't see you getting your face smashed, then that's a cue for me where as though you might be still alive some kind of way.
This is not a Marvel movie, man.
Oh boy, it's close enough. You keep saying time out. You want to go? Go ahead, Jay.
Can't even hear.
Say time out and then not be unmuted.
So there was, I went back and I was thinking the same thing, but I went back and watched it again last night. And after he got hit in the head, when they do that shot where they pull back, you see the big pool of blood from where his head is coming out from the suit.
I didn't notice that.
I must have missed that. Yeah, I must have missed that too.
Like I said, that's why I went back and watched it again because I just wanted to make sure I was fresh before we talked about it. And I was like, oh yeah, he did. I saw that pool. I was like,
he did.
No, he real dead.
Was it red?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well then he's done it. If that's the case, then he might have started a civil war when it comes to the Brotherhood, in which he's already he's on one side, he's jumping. He's in a morality complex as he walks through this thing. and we're watching him going through the ups and downs of morality versus Lucy was just at the highest regard of morality, and somebody got to be right at the end of the day. And then you got the Ghoul, which will be on the other side of low morality, but he's showing signs of, I don't like this life that I'm living right now. When he was taking the piece out of his leg and talking to the dog and things like he likes the companionness that he's having with the dog and Lucy. Like he likes, that's what he came back for, or else he would just left her alone. So it does lead to that. So he's coming to the morality balance from the other side of the scale. And I guess lastly, I think that's about it. And I don't know if the Legion, the Legion, Caesar's Legion, I should say. I don't know if they killed the people that was in the NCR or not. I just saw a cliffside and explosions, right? So we don't know if the Ghoul set something up. We don't know if he might have told NCR, like, I'm gonna bring at least a squad to you, see what you can do with it, or not. So we don't know, but it's interesting, and we're just going to keep. The flashbacks with Mr. House. That's the thing I wanted to talk about. Like, he seems to be ahead of everybody. He's like, I feel like he's like Dr. Doom. He's like, yo, I'm 3 steps ahead of you. So he kept talking to the old version of Cooper or whatever, and it's like, I'm gonna see you later. Like he kept saying, like, I'm gonna see you later. Don't worry about it. Like he knows that, I guess, Cooper's trying to kill him eventually. Like I think he knows that, but then when that happens, he's gonna be like, I'm not the bad guy here, right? And he's gonna flip it on him, and it just makes sense when it comes to this. Like I don't think the Ghoul is having, I guess, a morality issue or just fundamental issues because of not killing House. I think it's something else. I think it could be something closer to him. Maybe that's why he wants to find his family. We think he wants to find his family just because he wants to find his family. No, his wife might have been the one that finally pressed the button, and not Lucy's father. It might have been her. And now he has to go through the fact that I knew it was you. You the one that proposed it. You the one that pressed the button, and I let all that happen. That's a moral internal conflict that will probably haunt most of us. Imagine your wife, your main squeeze, your significant other, in bed with Bin Laden and stuff like that. like our villainous people of our current lifetime. Like that's who she was in a sense. And you live with that. That was your wife, and she's sending nukes out to people. Like that's crazy. So I think that will haunt anybody, especially when you live in 200 years. Like that's 200 years of being haunted by the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where we at with that, and we see what happens in the next episode. I think it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, bro. And you know what's crazy? None of y'all brought up the fact that Macaulay Culkin was in this episode. That's wild.
He's what is it?
Yeah, we did. I brought it up.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
they both said it. I didn't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, B. That's what I meant, BJ. You didn't say it.
So nobody said it.
Nobody said it. BJ didn't say it. No, listen, yeah, you might be wrong on two fronts. If she ain't learned her lesson after this, bro, then you might be wrong again, bro. Because you said she was about to half learned her lesson. She might not fully learn her lesson at all after this, bro. I feel like she's gonna still be naive and still out here acting like the world is sunshine and daffodils or whatever. And she ain't gonna learn her lesson, bro. The Ghoul end up saving her because she being naive. But I think that with the whole story going back and forth with the Ghoul, man, I think like BA said, I think that's gonna be going on all year, all season. BJ, I think if they do the season 3 or whatever, it's gonna probably continue into season 3. I think that's part of the narrative of the story, especially this season, because I think he's the main focal point of this season, especially with whatever he went through in the past is the main reason why things are happening. So it's probably another reason why they're going back and forth in the past and the future, whatever. Or should I say the past and the present with his story or whatever. So I think eventually we're going to actually see him, how he became the Ghoul and all that stuff. But right now, just going back and forth to show like, hey, man, how Mr. House became did what he did or whatever. And how Lucy's dad started doing what he did and all that type of stuff. So I think everything that's happening right now in the present is gonna link back to the past in some shape, form, or fashion. And it kind of piggyback what you were saying too, BA, when you were talking about you didn't play the video games, so you don't really know the story. It's not really a fluid story like a Last of Us or anything. Yeah, it's like it's just moments in the game that they're kind of taking from the game and making a show out of it, kind of building their own narrative or whatever. So what you watching, bro, is pretty much original. I was listening to I was watching something on YouTube, man, and it was breaking down the history of Fallout from the beginning of the bomb dropping. Actually, probably a little bit before that, and the reason why the bombs and stuff started dropping. It was China and US. So this is probably like an alternate timeline from our time, right? Where we grew with technology and stuff like that, and everything being so advanced and stuff like that, where you can talk to each other on your phones and look at each other on your phones and all type of stuff. But in that timeline, they focus more on nuclear power, which is why you see the TVs and the cars and everything looking all like in the 80s, the 50s and all that, because technology didn't advance. It's they focus more on nuclear power, which led to the fallout of like the title. China and US had a fallout over nuclear power. And they both end up bombing the whole entire planet, and that's how the planet ended up looking the way it look right now. So, man, it's a pretty interesting story, man. Like I said, I probably played 2 seconds of Fallout. I think it was a demo. I think I played it for like 2 seconds. So I don't really know the lore of it, but like I said, when I watched the little breakdown of the story of it, it sounded pretty interesting. I was like, dang, I didn't know that much of a story to it, but yeah, it's pretty interesting though. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the show's pretty. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How y'all think about the show so far? Yeah, that's what I said, BJ. I was like, it's okay.
Besides Lucy being annoying, it's cool.
Yeah,
like
inconsistent.
Like so I think I asked them this a couple weeks ago. Cause do you think it's better than season 1 so far?
No, season 1 was on a whole different level.
Yeah.
You
don't think so, BJ?
I think there's more. So I think season 1 did a lot of table setting, like because they spent a lot of time in the vault explaining Lucy's character and her mindset, her brother, and all that stuff, and so there was a lot of just exploring and, like I said, going from vault 33 to 31 and 32 and looking around and all that. So I think that was a slower season. This one seems to be more action, and they're progressing the story forward more. So she found her father in the end of season 1, and now they're on this quest to find him again and try and stop him. And she's now at least got the delusion that her father was a good person and this perfect man out of her mind. But she's now on the quest to stop him. Theoretically, she still may revert back knowing the way she's been going in this story. She may revert back to the little girl with puppy dog eyes looking at her daddy. But no matter how many people he killed and all that. But like I said, to me, really, I think Walt Goggins is the star of the show, and Maximus. I think Lucy's kind of, because she's done so annoyingly, she's kind of there. Even though she's supposed to be the main character, she's not, because
one of the main characters.
But I mean, Walt chews up the screen when he's on there. Maximus is good. He's a surprisingly good actor, because I never knew who he was before this show, and he seems to be a pretty good actor. And then even Thaddeus, the little weird dude, he was hilarious in that as the manager when he stepped out, running little kids.
On the floor manager.
Yeah, I'm the floor manager, and I don't.
He said, "Why you slide on the floor?"
Yeah, dude, he's funny. I like him now. Even when he found out he was a ghoul, when he pulled that arrow out of his neck.
Oh yeah, he's like,
he was like, why am I not dead? So I think, like I said, there's good characters in the show. Even the daddy. The dad is an interesting character. Like, you still trying to figure out 100% his motivation, and the wife.
He's interesting because you want him to die. That's all it is, BJ. That's how it is.
I'm not BA. I don't want to hear about that. BA won't hear about that.
I want him to die.
In every story.
Well,
I actually talked about how he had a morality pause in the last one. So
who, the dad?
Did he though?
The dad, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
After he sent the nuke to homeboy's house, they he paused, and then Lucy was calling out for his name. So he definitely had some second thoughts.
Hold on, you sure he didn't pause? So he make sure he did the right thing. Let me say, make sure I killed everybody. Yeah. No, I'm good. Hey,
not at all.
What's going on? Hey.
Sometimes you're required to do certain things.
BJ. I mean, BA, don't be feeling sorry for him, bro. He need to die, bro.
I'm not saying that. Both things could be true.
Now we say no, cuz.
No, you get.
Oh, okay. Which I get is
So we just not gonna talk about
man.
child labor at all. We're not gonna bring that up at all. No, nobody brought up child labor. That's okay.
Where else he gonna go?
We have that now. What you talking about? You act like that ain't happening. Don't you have some Nikes and some Jordans on your feet?
Now you heard what he said. He said he put a roof over their head. You know what I'm saying? They live in paradise over there, bro. Even though they bodyguard got destroyed.
You know
what I'm saying?
You probably got an iPhone.
Could be worse. You know, could be worse.
Hey, definitely could be worse.
Forget water. Y'all just need soda. Y'all be all right.
Yeah, just drink the soda.
Just drink the soda. You good?
Get these bottle caps.
Where do you get the sodas from?
Don't worry about all that. See, you asking the wrong questions.
Yeah,
I apologize. What you get this episode so far, man?
7.5. It was fun. Definitely rewatchable.
Okay. What you got at Big J?
I gave it 8. Like I said, I liked Camille Nanjiani's performance. I liked even Thaddeus' performance. Everybody was cool except, like I said, Lucy was the only one that was getting on my nerves. Everybody else was cool. I mean, even
leave Lucy alone, man.
Macaulay Culkin, making a resurgence, coming back. You know what I'm saying? He need to do one of them Home Alone yes things, though. That'd have made it perfect. Do a little fist pump. Hey, he'd have been ready. But no, it was good. I liked it. What about you, B.A.?
I'm gonna give it a strong 7.75, which is rewatchable. It had all this. I mean, all the characters showed up in this episode, so I like that. I don't think, except for the father. So I get to get a show where everybody makes an appearance, and then we see what's happening after that. That's the Game of Thrones in me. I think it can be done. I've seen it happen when you have like over 10 characters that need airtime, and they find a way to do it. So I'm still waiting on that. But yeah, shout out to Macaulay Culkin, like you said, way to come back, killing people. He plays a lot of killers, or at least close to killers in his lifetime. The dude got some bodies, or potential bodies. I'll say that. So
yeah, you seen the good
son. Exactly. Shout out to Macaulay on that one.
No, what I was about to say though. Now, BJ, do you think that Khalil gonna die in this episode, or did you see him making it the whole entire season? I did not think he was gonna die in this episode, bro.
No, I didn't think he was gonna die. Like I said, he was charming, he was funny, and I thought he was gonna win Maximus over. I thought he was gonna at least give Maximus some sort of quandary where he was like, because they were having so much fun. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, but then he had that term where he just snapped one cycle like, oh, hey, all the smooth skins move over here, and all the wrinkle skins move over here.
Hey, close your eyes, smooth skin kids.
Right in front of me. He put his finger on the trigger. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you?
I'm about to do it. And it's like, matter of fact, that hammer that Maximus hit him with? Mm-hmm. You remember Leader Battle Angel? Mm-hmm. What's her name? He had that little hammer that had the
Dr. Ito.
Yeah, Dr. Ito had that hammer. That's what that reminded me of, bro. When I saw that, I said, "Oh, you got that hammer from Leader Battle Angel." Okay,
I heard they're making a sequel there too.
Let's hope so. Suppose they're working on it, but we'll see. We talked about it on the show.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about it. I think.
About a month ago.
I'm gonna probably give this a 7. And 7. I'm staying with 7 because I want BA and Cuz to have the highest number. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll stay with 7.
Yeah, he got the highest.
Oh, I thought you said 6.
I gave it
I gave it 8.
You're completely not listening to BJ on this episode. Clearly. You are not listening to anything.
It sounds like a lot of cuss words coming out of his mouth when speaking. Oh, man. Now, you know what? BJ gave it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8.5, man.
Oh, you went to... I feel unheard in this episode. Real since nobody mentioned.
Oh man!
Wait, what?
Since nobody said an 8.
I don't know why. I still had my mind broke. I remember you and BA gave it like a 6.5 the last episode and a 5 and all that. I don't know why I still had that number in my head, bro. So I was like, man, let me go and get a higher number from there. Not the last episode, wasn't it? Y'all gave it like a 6.5. You gave it like a 5.
I gave it a 6.5 because Maximus wasn't in it.
Oh, that's right.
And then he was in episode 2.
And I said something. You say, okay, no, you know what? It's a 5. That's what it was. All right, fellas, let's go ahead and turn the page here, man, and get to the main topic of the show. trailer just dropped the other day. Shout out to Big J, man. We had the Wonder Man trailer. So I think was this considered the first full trailer?
Yeah, they had a
Okay.
teaser. They had a teaser about 3 months ago, 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So we got the first full trailer, guys. You already know they're gonna be releasing all 8 episodes here towards the end of the month. So it's knowing the way the time been going, man. It's gonna probably be here before we know it. But yeah, you got the full 8 episodes. I think they're about 30 minutes apiece. Of course, I hate that 30 minute stuff. About 30 minutes apiece, but it is going to be releasing here at the end of the year or the end of the month or whatever. So get y'all's thoughts on the trailer, man. What you think about this trailer, BJ?
Like I said, this trailer actually pulled me into the show because everything they've been releasing before, like I thought the stuff with Trevor Slattery was cool. He's funny. I love Trevor's character since Iron Man 2. He was the highlight Iron Man 2. But like I said, the stuff that we saw in the previous stuff, I was like, yeah, this looks dumb.
Yeah, Iron Man 3.
3?
Yeah.
I thought
was 3.
the Mandarin was Iron Man 2.
Maybe he was a Mandarin, remember?
It was 3.
No, I remember
it was
3.
Mickey Rourke in Iron Man 2.
Or 2, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. So 3, yeah. But and then we saw him again in Shang-Chi. But like I said, I like this. This actually makes me want to watch the show. The only problem I have, and I've been noticing the pattern with Marvel, like, when they do the whole release everything, everybody thinks, oh, that means it's a trash show. But I don't know if y'all noticed, but they seem to be doing this with certain shows with certain stars. Where if it's a show with like what was that? Echo dumped all of them the first day. I believe that Ironheart, did they dump all the first day, or they did like half or something like that. So
No, it was all.
So
Wait,
once again,
no, it was half. You're right. It was half.
Yeah, I think
it was split up.
Yeah, it was half.
But that's the thing. It's like they don't seem to have confidence in shows with certain.
No, it wasn't half. You're right. It was split up. Wasn't like 3 episodes per day.
I think it's something like 2. I think they did like
3,
doubles up.
2 and 2 or something like that.
And it was like they had like each day they had
3 weeks.
No, it wasn't like 3 days.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, they dropped it like back to back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know what it is about these shows that's causing them to drop like that. Like they don't seem to have confidence in the marketing or something. You know what I'm saying? But there's something about the shows that's causing them to do this kind of push up to the side. Let's get rid of them and move on. Even though, like I said, they introduced a major character in Ironheart. I mean, they introduced Mephisto. They've been Eric Boss been talking about Mephisto for the last 7 years, and when they drop it, they man. They mentioned him in
heavy spoilers. They've been talking about that for years.
All of them. But it's like, and then when they actually drop him, it's like, we put him in the stowaway. We ain't gonna even market the show with one of our most who's influenced the Dr. Doom and everybody else. Spider-Man, Brand New Day. All that was Mephisto made a deal in the One More Day. So all that like I said, one of the most important characters in the MCU. Like, we're gonna throw him in the show and then we ain't gonna market it, so nobody watch it because we don't like it. Wonder Man, once again, they say he's supposed to be one of the most powerful characters in Marvel. We ain't gonna talk about it. He, like I said, his brainwave patterns was used to program Vision. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about this guy here. It's like it's weird the way they're doing this stuff. Because like I said, it looks like it's a good show. And they said people from Marvel was telling people 2 years ago that this is gonna be one of their best shows. Like they're comparing it to.
I heard a dude say that too. I heard a dude say that. Yeah, a guy said that he saw it. And he said it actually is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, BJ.
No, they said it's like their version of the studio. Like it's a behind the scenes look, kind of poking fun at the superhero industry.
Yeah.
And so, but like I said, but with superpowers. So it's like it's supposed to be the best of both sides. But I don't know. Like I said, it's weird the way they treat it though. I don't get it. What you got, BA?
Yeah, I was just wanted to pretty much piggyback on that last part, whereas though it's a different take on the shows. They tried one take. They tried the She-Hulk take when it was like the breaking the fourth wall, Deadpool type style. That was one way of doing the show. I know it was for the character. They did the regular shows, and now they're doing we're gonna do like a movie within a show within a show kind of a vibe, and we're gonna see how that works out. There's gonna be certain tropes, certain jokes, certain things like to poke fun of the process itself. They're making fun of themselves, and we can see how that plays out. We will see how that plays out. But I think Ironheart was. I just looked it up. It was two. It was within a week. Um, 3 episodes on one day. A week later, 3 episodes. So Saturday they split it up in two 3 episode segments. Um, to get all of them in one joint, like I said, this is very echoish, and we'll see how it plays out. I think it's gonna be very entertaining versus the other shows. I think the main actor is I butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, do a team.
Yeah. There we go. I'm just gonna say, well, yeah. He's a good actor. I like I say, I like most of his projects. I think he carried. I know he was Candyman, but he really did a good job as Candyman. Like he has that on screen captivating type vibe to him, and I appreciate that. So I think he's going to steal this show, and it's his show to steal. I'm thinking they setting up the West Coast Avengers from this, and we see how that plays out moving forward. Because the director of this or whatever is no, I'm not mentioning Black Manta. The director of this is I think the Shang-Chi director, if I'm not mistaken. So like there's ties there. And I think that they're going to try to play on that, and I think that's the future that we're going to go with. But we'll see. We'll see. I get what BJ is saying though. Like, it's a dump off, and we see if the people like it or not. Clearly, is they're not doing it for no other side of your hand show. So we'll see and how that plays out. But I just hope that the fans like it. It's one of those ones. Wonder Man is an extremely powerful character. Definitely top tier when it comes to the MCU, and I hope they just do it right. I didn't see him really getting any powers other than I think one particular scene he smashed a table and the table broke. That's it. That's all I got. So I think that I think we should probably taper some of our expectations when it comes to him getting his powers, maybe until like the last 2 episodes, that kind of thing, and then we'll find out. Like, it'd be interesting how he gets them. Yeah, but they're gonna go through the TV version of Wonder Man, and him and Trevor going to have their scenes together, and the director of the show going to have his scenes and stuff, and we're just going to have to be patient and just kind of watch the show, and just let the direction play out, and then we can kind of comment on what's going on. It's not one of the ones where we're going to get instant gratification. It's I don't think it's just that. It's not that kind of show for me. So I'm saying it now, where everybody can kind of slow down. He's not going to have his powers until later on in the series, and hopefully that he gets it. So, what you got? What you got, Will?
I was thinking he probably wouldn't get his powers until like episode 4, per usual. That's when it started like really displaying his powers. So it could be like frequency, like small here and there. Episode probably like end of episode 2, beginning of 3, and then really showcase a little bit more episode 4. Yeah, it is kind of annoying, as we've talked about before, with them just dropping it all at the same time. But I do hope that it would end up getting a ton of hype from people to be able to run the numbers up. Just like we've been able to do with other projects, being able to put it in the ether, let folks talk about it, and then the numbers run up. So hopefully it'll be the same thing for this, because yeah, this is going to be a fun character. My when my wife saw it, she was like, "Oh man, not another character for the SCU," because all she was thinking of was that it's just more and more characters having to keep track of that homework that we've talked about as well. So I definitely get it on her side, but on the nerddom side, it is exciting to have him there, and then also him being played by having Wonder Man in the MCU, and then him being played by Yaya is also very fun as well. So I do hope that the numbers get ran up, because this trailer was really good. I enjoyed it. Being able to get hype for a show that's coming out within the month, especially for the time frame that it dropped. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. and I would wonder if they would just leave it there as far as the trailers, or just drop one more. But yeah, don't forget, it is starting. It is coming through. Like they're doing a late, basically like a late blitz when it comes to not necessarily promotion.
January 27th.
Yeah. So I think it probably get like one more trailer in it just to hype it up and do like a late blitz with it. Put it on people's minds, because it's a combination of you have NFL playoffs and everything else going on at that point. Winter Olympics going, so hopefully they try to get it hyped up, but just enough to be able to get the numbers going up. What you got, Big J? I see you ready.
Oh no, I was just wondering. So, because of his backstory in the comics, do you think, since this is dropping before WandaVision, will there be any interaction with him and Vision, White Vision? Maybe him helping to reprogram White Vision to turn him back into regular Vision? You think they may go that route?
That would be fun. Especially before Doomsday.
Is he gonna be?
It gotta be. It's his powers. Like, one of them have to be like increst. I'm not trying to say that he's not intelligent, but he would have that. Like, he's an actor. That's just all he is an actor, right? He's not Tony Stark or anything like right now. So maybe his powers lead to an increased level of intellect, where he can play a part in the next series and so on and so forth. But I mean, he's just a regular actor, guys. So why would he have any input on anything else?
Well, because he did in the comics, and he was an actor in the comics too, though.
Yeah.
In the comics, they use Wonder Man's brain patterns to program Vision.
Yeah. So that's why they call each other. They call him brother. Call him brother and all that stuff too in the comic.
But it was after the power set, correct? So he would have to get his Wonder Man powers. Then that could do that in a sense, but not off top.
So to go on, piggyback what you just said, BX, I know you and Cuz said this. I think the trailer is showing that he has his powers already. It's just that he's keeping them hidden for reasons. And so I think he already has his powers. I think the fact that he's going to showcase his powers is going to probably be a little bit more towards the end of the show. Just when the guy he was signing up for that audition, the guy was like, "Yeah, you don't have any superpowers, right?" He kind of, he kind of just looked at him like, "No, yeah, I'm good." You know what I mean? It's like I think he's gonna have his powers. It's just that he's not gonna showcase them yet until later on. I think things are gonna start building up to the point where you got to that part where he slams that table down and all that stuff. He kind of goes crazy and stuff, because it showed throughout the trailer that as the trailer was going on, you seeing more and more and more of his powers being shown or whatever, to the point you saw that part where he's slamming the table, he exploded. So something happened in the show where it's like, okay, I'm pissed, I can't take this anymore. I just rage out or whatever. So, go ahead, BJ. You say so?
Did y'all see that? So in the first trailer, there was a scene where they showed he was sitting at a table with like water, and the water started rippling and stuff. That was showing the beginning of his power. So it looks like, I think he has powers, and I think he's had it because they said the person asked him was also damage control, because remember they're in the show too. And so I think they're trying to do like a registration type thing. Because remember, damage control is also going to be in Brand New Day, from what I've been hearing. And there's rumors that the character Sadie Sink they're going after her because they consider her dangerous.
That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. What's the name of the group in X-Men, bro? That be trying to
Friends of Humanity.
Is that them? That the ones who try to collect the mutants and all that stuff, kind of like damage control does.
I thought because they're the ones that was like and even in X-Men 97, the Friends of Humanity was the ones that was going in trying to trap the mutants and stuff.
Okay, it might be them. That was another name. But so I'm hearing people saying that they believe that damage control is going to be the version of them here in the future, and they're going to be like, once the Secret Wars and everything is over, they're the ones who are going to start collecting more of the superpowered people, leading to them starting to collect the mutants and stuff like that.
The registration,
with the registration and all that stuff. So they're starting to they feel like it's gonna, what they're doing right now, like you said, is gonna be in Spider-Man, Wonder Man right here. Remember they were also in Miss Marvel. Remember at the end or whatever.
And in Spider-Man, was it?
No Way Home. Yeah, in No Way Home. So so it's like they feel like they're gonna play that role moving forward here in the MCU. And I thought that was pretty interesting, man. When you said that, what they reminded me of. But yeah, the trailer's pretty good. Like you said, Big J, this trailer sold me to the point like I can't wait till the show comes out. Because the other trailer, I think we talked about it. The other trailers were like, it's a trailer. If it come out, it come out, whatever. But now it's like, oh, okay. When it's come out, and BA already said 27th, okay, let me mark that on my calendar. Shut up, leave me alone.
It's a Tuesday. That's the problem. I wish it came out on Monday. That would be like half one day, half the series on Saturday. But yeah, we might just have to do a whole series recap on Saturday.
Like on Saturday, yeah.
Well, didn't Alien Earth drop on Tuesdays? We may just have to do, watch 2, 3, 4, and then talk about 2 that first night, and then
the rest.
No, it's probably gonna come out at like 9, 10 o'clock, or 8, 9 o'clock y'all time. So we might not necessarily have enough time. It is what it is.
You right.
I'll see if I can get an advanced copy like they do.
That's kind of how we did with Ironheart. Like some of us saw like 1 episode, some of us saw like got up to episode 2. But it was no way you could do all 3 and then have the show.
Yeah.
Y'all got mad at me. I think I didn't watch the last episode. Y'all kept
I didn't say no names purposely, but yes, it was you. It was 100%. Brother,
I'm going home right now.
We couldn't talk about it. We were like, oh, look at you. No.
You ain't ready. You ain't ready.
I had to eat dinner and talk to my wife. We were like, talk to your wife? What?
Your wife wants to watch this love story movie. But get in there and watch the show. My bad.
Put it on your phone with some headphones on while y'all
while you watch
that thing.
Yeah, just put an earplug in. Just one. That's all you need.
It's all you need, bro. All right, man. Check this out. I think you already mentioned it already, Big J, but this is what they're saying. Wonder Man will be one of the most powerful characters in the MCU. Of course, like you already said, he's one of the most powerful characters in the comics that a lot of people don't talk about. And it's because they really don't take him serious because he's more honed in on acting and all that type of stuff. He don't really take superheroism very serious. So, but he is one of the most powerful characters in the comics or whatever. Different versions of him. He didn't die multiple times, came back. He's pure energy. Like you said, they use his brain waves to just matter of fact, you know what? That's what I was gonna say too when you said that, Big J. What if they use him to help revert Vision back to the old Vision?
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Golly, strike 3. Strike 3. The man just said he was gonna play a pivotal part in the next series with Vision Quest. The man just said that. God.
They said we got the whole discussion of how he was.
I can't take it, yo. I can't take it. Pause for Big J, man. This is a travesty today. This is sad. Oh, sir.
Have you ever considered?
My bad, Big J. Had a long spiel. Yeah, that's nice, Big J. But say, you know what though? Oh man, but yeah, no, I was wondering because I don't think he's gonna stay White Vision forever because he didn't stay White Vision forever in the comics. So I figure that's probably something they will probably think about doing. Unless, I mean, y'all did say y'all think he gonna get recast anyway. So
who?
So he might. Paul Bettany did. Yeah. Then when y'all say that, I said like a couple shows ago or a few shows back. I thought he gonna probably get recast.
That's about him. That's what I said.
Yeah, it was.
I said he'll get recasted because folks don't care about him as much.
Yeah, I've been saying if they get recasted and they started over, he'll probably go right back to the old Vision.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if he'll have a Mind Stone or anything in his head, but because he didn't have a Mind Stone in the comics, so that was something new. But yeah, it'll probably revert him back to old Vision or whatever.
Well, maybe that's why the Wonder Man is important, so he can operate without the Time Stone, so he can be just as powerful without the Time Stone.
Yeah.
Y'all think he'll revert back in the movie or he'll do it in the own show?
I think it'll be at the end of the show.
I think it'll be at the end of the show. I think that's the whole point of the quest. I think that's the point of it's not just everybody thinks it's to find Tommy and Wanda. I think it's to find himself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Look at BA. They're great minds.
Now I'm finna say now.
I wasn't feeling the Vision Quest. I wasn't, but listen to you. I'm for it now. I was just gonna watch the show. But
I think it's gonna stack them.
Okay, I like it. I like what you're doing there. Talk to Kevin Feige.
Yeah. Now hold on.
Well, he's watching. He's watching.
I got one more question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's gonna be in Secret Wars?
That's what I hope so.
He will.
Hold on. Now, if you had to put your hot toys on it, BJ, you had to call it right now.
T2 is I'm putting up.
Is he gonna be in Secret Wars? I ain't gonna say Doomsday. I know he ain't gonna be in Doomsday, but Secret Wars.
I think so. I think he's going to have to be part of the like I said, they're going to have to start introducing other characters, and I think he's going to be there. And also, I did have a fun idea for the beginning of the Secret Wars. For Doomsday, if they want to show how powerful he was, it fix a whole nother era issue that they made.
Mm-hmm.
What if instead of killing, any of the traditional Avengers, what if he just killed Gaia? At the very beginning, because she's supposed to be the most powerful thing, and we ain't never gonna see her again. So what if they just had him walk out, kill Gaia, because she got every Avengers power off the rip, and they're like, "Oh wow, did you see he killed Guy over there off screen?"
First of all, to be honest with you, BJ, I don't think they're gonna bring her back. I don't think they're gonna bring her back. I think they're gonna act like that never. I think Kevin Feige didn't want to act like that never happened, bro. Remember I was telling you about
the way to do it.
Yeah, just kill her off the beginning.
This is the way,
she was the most powerful.
That scroll problem y'all had, I took care of that scroll problem. That's all we did. All we did.
Where'd she go, y'all? Where did she go? She just floating in space somewhere, just contemplating life.
Did. He yanked her spine out. Like instead of Thanos, he just do it to her. Predator style.
The spine's right here. Okay, all right. No, what was I say? No, I was just wondering that, bro, because I know Kevin Feige hadn't really too much blended the TV with the movies and all that stuff, and in the comics, Wonder Man's a pretty important character and all that stuff, especially with the older versions of the Avengers and stuff. So I was wondering if he's gonna be in Secret Wars in some shape, form, or fashion, bro, because they could definitely use his help against Doom, bro, because he's pretty powerful or whatever. So then I was wondering if y'all actually want to be part of a franchise like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
what you mean?
That's what I was kind of wondering too.
What you mean? He was already in DC, the DCU.
So with him being in Marvel right now, so does that lead to, like I said, so you said Secret Wars. So basically, because of who he is and his vibe is like, I wasn't here for Doomsday, but clearly y'all need me more than y'all think. So boom, here I am. You think he'll have that kind of a vibe?
You said Captain Marvel? What you say?
No. As in, like, I see what you just did there. see, I like that. I like that.
Oh man. I mean, they did say they all of a sudden this powerful beam from the skies come down and saved us or whatever. So yeah, now I mean, I don't know, bro. I would like you said, I would like for him to be in Secret Wars, but I was kind of wondering how they'll play that. Try to keep him strictly for the TVs and all that type of stuff, or is he actually going to be in the movies too? Kind of like we were hoping, like a Daredevil and all them are going to be in the movies and stuff like that. So I don't know. What you got, BJ? Oh, you said, you muted.
I muted myself. I thought I unmuted, but no, Daredevil's 100% going to be in there. So I don't think there's any way you're going to keep Daredevil from being in Secret Wars.
Hey, I like that. I like that, BJ. I like your thinking right there. I hope you're right.
Punisher made how you gonna let Punisher make the jump from the TV to the movies and not Daredevil, the guy who he launched the show from?
Right. No, I agree. I still think Daredevil gonna be a Spider-Man, but we'll see.
Or even better yet, what if Dr. Doom killed Gaia and Danny Rand's character? I think he should do both of them. If he kills the Immortal Iron Fist,
let him be the course correction.
Yep.
So you saying he gonna kill him and then take the power of the Iron Fist?
Yep. Then they're gonna take it back at the end. Yep. They're gonna give it to the new. What's the woman's name from the show? They're gonna give it to her.
Colleen.
Yep. Colleen. That's what's gonna happen.
They're gonna kill him. Who else is gonna go after the BJ that we don't like? Who else?
Everybody we don't like. You don't kill.
And I didn't like that one character that was standing behind that other character in that one movie. You know what? He could find
Feige. You better tell Feige. Make it happen.
You said She-Hulk.
Yeah, I think she killed herself. They saying she said she ain't coming back.
Yeah, I don't think she coming back, bro. But we'll see though.
That's dumb.
Right.
I heard conflicting rumors on that actually. I heard some other rumors that she is coming back. So I don't know if that's 100%.
She's supposed to. They said that she was in the in that what do you call it, the pre-production art that they had for Secret Wars. It was supposed to be her. She was supposed to be there with the Maestro. But
was it Maestro?
Yeah, she was supposed to be with the Maestro.
So hold on, he gonna be Maestro
in Secret Wars. That's the thing. In one of those things when they do Battle World, that
Mm.
there was supposed to be a land of Hulks, and it was going to be him and her. I think they're supposed to be married or something, and had a bunch of Hulk kids. That didn't happen. That happened in the comics, didn't
Yeah, the old man Logan.
it? Yeah, they had a bunch of kids together, and so there was supposed to be a bunch of Hulks running around, and so she
Oh,
was supposed to be in
yeah.
it.
Oh, they don't do that, bro. It's trash. But listen, let's go ahead and turn the page here, man, and get to these quick hits. Man, check it out, y'all. It says X-Men teaser for Avengers Doomsday will release online next Tuesday. Haven't we what we just talked about this on the last show?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is crazy, bro. This is why it feels like this whole trailer leak is fixed.
Mhm.
We talked about this on the last show. So now they're saying that the actual clean cut version of this trailer is going to drop on Tuesday, which all of them have been dropping the following Tuesday. So I don't know why all of a sudden the leaks been dropping on the same days. They've been dropping the movies the same day, and now the actual trailers are dropping on the same day. So this is really nothing new. But what you think about this though, BA? Oh, he muted. What you think about this? Cause are you good?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I just had to hit the button. Well, great show that I missed out on because of the wife's birthday. But I think that for this particular reason, it shows the level of interest that the fans have. Let me say this. So if you quote unquote leak it, right? Let's say they purposely doing it, or let's say they have a rogue person doing it. Who it doesn't matter at this point. It gets leaked. Millions of people watch it. We watch it. It is what it is. And then they say, all right, now that it's out, I'm still going to release it on Tuesday. The refined version, the way it was supposed to be released in a sense. And now I'm gonna see how many people are still going to watch that. So it's a numbers thing. They're tracking it. They already know that you watched it. They already know that you've seen it. Millions of people already seen it. So I'm still going to come out with the trailer, and then I'm gonna see how many people are interested in the real trailer. So that's like millions upon millions of people. Just like I said, the numbers came out with Captain America, crazy numbers, right?
Super
I don't know.
numbers.
I didn't see Thor's yet, but this one for sure, just
It's gonna be
from
numbers.
Cyclops alone, crazy numbers. It's gonna do crazy. So that shows them the level of interest that us consumers have in the project. So when they go back and say, "Well, how's Doomsday doing?" Like, hey, what's the first reports of it and things like that, they're gonna have these stats to show, like, you know what, we're gonna have a strong opening because look how many people was intrigued through the teaser trailers week in week out after it was already leaked and they saw it already. So I think it's a numbers game to show them the interest that the fans have, which is, I don't even think they expected the numbers that Captain America pulled out. So this is where we're at. I think if it's planned, then shout out to them. If it's not, then it's a fortunate thing for them. But I think it's a genius marketing move, in my opinion.
Hey, what it because you went on last week. What you think about that trailer, bro? The X-Men trailer.
I heard people say that they should have put this out first. I disagree with that. With that notion, because it's a build up. If you would have came out with this first and then showed Captain America, it'd be like, y'all went from that to this. So that's one take. The second thing is showing the OGs going through their conversation. And you can dissect the conversation as much as you want to, but when you have Magneto and Professor X talking about, like, the death scene, like, it's not how you die, it's what you remember or who you are as you die, whatever. It's like, okay, people going to die, as we know, but what's your final stand as you're, what are you fighting for as you're kicking the bucket? That's what I got from that. And the Cyclops scene was just. You saw the Sentinel in the back, so clearly bringing back the Sentinel some kind of way, which is needed. And then after that, I guess the last thing I was going to say is, who the girl that's in Spider-Man. Y'all mentioned it earlier.
Sadie Sink.
Sadie Sink.
What character is she playing?
Nobody know.
Nobody knows. Oh, the rumors. So we talked about on the last show. The rumor is two things: either she's a young Jean Grey or she's Rachel Summers.
Correct. Let's go with the second one. If the second one is true, then would that not put more emphasis some kind of way with the whole child vibe that we were creating, started by Big J, when it came to collecting kids or whatever? Which is he did come up with collecting kids, and he didn't have a problem with the child labor thing when it came to Fallout. So I'm questioning his character right now. But I think that that's at play. And if you take Cyclops or find a way to take his seed some kind of way, which that's what Rachel is, then like look at the level of emotion that you would have from that. I don't think that emotion is because some of your friends died. That's a part of the battlefield. He's a soldier. So he's the ultimate soldier. Shout out to Captain America. But if he's the premier soldier, shout out to Winter Soldier too. But Cyclops is one of those ones. He's a general. He's been in plenty of wars. Like it's that emotion came from something else, in my opinion. And like I said, I think that ties in the rumor that it's Rachel Summers in Spider-Man. Now, how it all connects, I don't know. I'm not here for all that right now. But it just I had to stay with the kid theme for each trailer. And why would he show that emotion? Because his kid got took some kind of way. So that's what I got from that. So it's still a hell of a scene. I mean, like I said, you cannot lead with that scene. That's something that has to be later on in the trailers. They cannot have put that trailer out as number one, because Captain America holding the baby is not equate to a Cyclops raging out. Thor getting down on his knees, paws, and praying does not equate to Cyclops raging out. All that equated to that first part of that trailer where it was the conversation between Magneto and Professor X. That's it. Those scenes led into that, and then they flipped it on us and gave us our Darth Vader Rogue One joint in just that one snippet, and that was Cyclops. And we finally get to see Cyclops be Cyclops in a particular MCU project, in which is a travesty in itself.
Facts, bro. Facts. Dang, he said a lot, man. I was gonna piggyback what you just said too. So I heard a rumor. I don't know if I heard this too, that all the dads are gonna get together at one point and try to save the kids together. Cyclops, Captain America, Thor, and all of them gonna all get together or whatever. I think Reed gonna get with them too. I think they all gonna get together and try to save the kids or whatever. That's what I heard about. I can't remember if it was somebody said that in Secret Wars or in Doomsday. I can't remember, but I think I heard that rumor going around. But what you guys do, cuz?
I think they stumbled onto this. I think the first leak with Captain America was somebody rogue, and they saw all the excitement of just of everybody seeing it and wanting it. That the next two, they already had a plan for the start of Thursday, how to run, release on Tuesday. I think that was already expected, but I think after they saw the excitement for Captain America and what everybody went through to try to either watch, find, or whatever it was to see the trailer, from that point on, they would say, we might have something right now. And so they did it for Thor. They're doing it for X-Men as well. And I think that's just going to have a lot of it's going to be moving forward. Is especially with the X-Men one. Like, I know that one's going to do crazy numbers because everybody's been waiting for X-Men to be in the MCU. I've been waiting to see Cyclops be Cyclops in the MCU on the big screen as well. And just that snippet, kind of like what BA said, even with like the Darth Vader moment, you just need that small snippet just to get chill bumps, to get that feeling of we might be able to finally see something special. Something special was happening right here, and I think that's what they just stumbled upon, was the fact of, oh, these folks want to see this because we have something special, and that's what's it's going to be really exciting. So yeah, I think they already had the plan of Thursday runs, released on Tuesday for the public to have the clean view and stuff. But I think they I think they are using this kind of what Bia was saying. Like I think they had these once that firstly happened with Captain America. From that point on, it's like, yeah, we're just gonna start doing these leaks to get people hyped up. So then, you see the dirty version of it, like the it's recorded on folks' monitor or in the movie theater, however they're doing it. And then all you have to do is wait a week, and then you get you end up getting the clean version. But they're gonna track those numbers to see how many people are watching these videos, YouTube or wherever, and be like, okay, we might be on to something at this point. So I think that now it's just doing it on purpose. The first one wasn't on purpose from Disney, but it's exciting either way. I'm loving it. What you got, Big J?
So I don't know. Have any of y'all been seeing it? That there's supposed to be an additional 2 additional trailers, huh? Besides the original 4, because I've been hearing that there could be 6. So what
I heard 5. I heard 5.
Matter of fact,
but
remember we talked about it when we were trying to figure it out. Yeah.
And I asked y'all. That's when I asked y'all. Okay, if they're doing 6, BA, I've got to give you props. You called it. So they're saying that's going to probably be Super Bowl. We get the actual trailer releasing. It's going to probably be around the Super Bowl, which makes sense because they continue to drop trailers this month. It would make sense to hold off to the actual trailer until the Super Bowl. But that's when I asked you, Big J, we talking about 6. Are all 6 going to be those teaser trailers, or y'all still think that the 6th one going to be the trailer?
It'd be 3 teasers and 3 full trailers.
I don't think so.
I don't think it'll be 3 full trailers.
No.
I don't think that.
No, I think what they're doing is I think so. From what I heard last night, they said they believe that Avatar is going to have like a 6-week theatrical run. So they said it could be that they're going to go ahead and drop 1 each week on Avatar, and then that'll be leading up to the Super Bowl by that point, and then drop the last one for the Super Bowl and make that the actual teaser trailer for the Super Bowl, but have these little clips drop every week that's in the theater, like these little. Hey, that'll be a way to build up hype. Like I said,
Jesus.
I
would be upset.
No, I wouldn't be upset either. But what is it going to be then? Because we already said that they think the 4th one, right? It was the 4th one or 5th one we talked about last week was going to be the 5th one was going to be was it Wolverine and Spider-Man was a rumor, which I heard other people say that too. They think one of the teasers is going to be Spider-Man and Wolverine. And then what would the other one be then?
I heard one of Shuri and Fantastic Four is what I also heard. I heard that the other day. That may be one of the ones. There was like a scene of Shuri and the Fantastic Four.
Let's just say characters. It's just characters.
It's gonna be.
We don't know.
That's gonna be exciting. So you think it's gonna be 5 teasers? So you're thinking it's gonna be 4 teasers and 2 full trailers?
No, 6 of these type. No, 6 of these little 1-minute snippets, and then because like I said, Super Bowl. Because when did this start? This started when? When was the first one?
December, like mid-December, I think.
So if they do 6, that'd take us right up to the end of January, right? If there's 3 more left, they have 3 more after this, it would be almost the 3rd week of January, and then you have like a 2-week break and then the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah. So that's which is like I said. Once we talked about on the last show when y'all said we talked about this city going to add a couple more trailers or whatever. I was like, okay, and then we talked.
I think it still might be a shortened version of the main trailer for the Super Bowl. This is Marvel and this is Disney, but like exactly to do a full trailer during the Super Bowl is very expensive. So they still might do some type of compilation / like maybe give you an extra scene or 2, and then after that, all right, here's the full trailer. You just got like a portion of it during the Super Bowl. Like that's Super Bowl commercials are very expensive, and you want them to block out 2 minutes. That's a long time
like $4 million.
When it comes to the Super Bowl. Now, can they afford it? Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to say
they choose to do it.
Blumhouse or something.
They should, but I haven't seen them go this route I haven't seen it yet.
So here's a question.
It's usually like a condensed version of a trailer that they have on Super Bowl. for most movies.
And then tell you to go to YouTube and finish the whole thing.
Well, but so here's the thing, right? So one, I think it makes sense if they do, like I said, the 6 trailers. 'Cause like I said, that'll give us about a 2-week period, and in the middle of that 2 weeks, drop a Spider-Man trailer. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna be boom, boom, boom. Doomsday. Spider-Man, everybody going crazy. And then Super Bowl, you drop the full trailer. And here's the thing: this movie is, what's the budget of this movie? $400 million. You know,
Yeah, 400 million.
Double it for the marketing budget. So if they spend $20 million for a 2-minute Super Bowl commercial, that's not blowing the budget, because this hasn't been costing them anything. They've been putting it in front of their own movie in Avatar and then releasing it online. So this has all been free money to them. So it's not like, oh, they've been turning through their marketing budget. If the Super Bowl is their first,
or they could have worked out.
Huh?
I'm about to say, to your point, Jay, they could have worked out something with Avatar as a kickback. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we put this trailer in your show. You're going to get more people watching your movie, which they already breaking the budget now for it. They already made up what they put out there. Hey, send us some dubs this way. Boom! Now you got your 20 million right there and there.
Now,
but they own it though. They own Avatar.
Yeah, they own
That's
it.
a Disney property.
But I was saying I was saying this why they
franchise
put the
to
trailer
franchise.
on there to help it out. Yeah, but yeah, I said that. I said we put that in front of there. That'd be double the. It helps, like you said, with the marketing because it's free advertising, and then on top of that, it helps with the numbers for Avatar. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thought they originally was doing it. But like you said, since they started leaking stuff online, and then later on you find out they dropping it, on a Tuesday or whatever, the actual trailer, then really didn't make any sense or whatever. So, but no, I agree with you though, man. My bad though, BJ. What you saying though?
No, I was just saying that. So I think if they do what I'm thinking they're gonna do, is that you start to build a massive amount of hype going into this, because like I said, you've now had 6 weeks of 100 million plus views on your trailers, these video clips. Like I say, if you drop a Spider-Man, which is also going to get you another 100 and some million views, maybe 200 million views in the meantime, and then you drop the Super Bowl trailer, that's going to have the whole internet will be in a frenzy watching this,
And you're right.
That's all
Spider-Man
talk
movie's
about.
done. So
Yeah.
That timeline does link up. We gotta see our Spider-Man trailer sooner or later.
6 months. I mean, Super Bowl will be 4 months until the movie drops, because the movie drops in July.
Yep.
So that'll be 4 months.
Yeah.
Well, 5 months.
Bruh.
5 months.
The internet gonna shut down, bro. If they drop that Spider-Man trailer, then turn around and drop that, man, that's gonna be crazy, boy. That's gonna be crazy.
They're gonna own.
That's gonna get
they're
way.
gonna own the internet for a while.
I'm telling you, they're gonna own it for a while. Cause that's gonna make way more numbers than even that X-Men one. I think the X-Men were gonna make stupid numbers when they come out on Tuesday. It's gonna make stupid numbers. Cause I think that's the one everybody was waiting on. You know what? Now that we know they came out, and then they decided to do like 2 more trailers. Do you think they should have pushed this one back to be the last one, and then show the other 2, or you think they did it right with having it like it's a 3rd trailer, and then you work your way to whatever else?
I think that's hard to say. Depending upon
we see the other one.
Yeah, because like we just heard that it was going to be that possible X-Men for the 3rd one, but we didn't know it was going to be this level. So even with the next ones, it could be you could think it's simple with Shuri and the Fantastic Four, but they could be doing something crazy awesome. I think it's something simple for Spider-Man and Wolverine, but they could be doing something awesome. So that's where it's just we're just gonna have to see as they roll it out.
I think that it was a good time, because you can't have too many lackluster trailers. I'll say that.
Right.
So let's say some of the other trailers are similar to the first 2. The interest is going to fade drastically. So you hit them with a pretty good one. All right, back cool. So now the interest, boom, it peaked. So you can come down a little bit off that, and then maybe wait 1 or 2, and then boom, it peak. You can peak again. You got to get somebody. You got to give the audience something to gravitate towards. But if y'all saying, and I did see that a little bit, if you saying that I'm gonna have Tobey Maguire and Hugh, and Wolverine in the same trailer, they don't need to do too much. They don't need. They could just be like coming. You can see the result of a fight, as in maybe their attire is a little dirty in a sense, and then they having a brief conversation, like 20 seconds. Boom, trailer. That's enough. like I said, I think I said it on last time.
Man.
Like they're icons. They are iconic when it comes to this to this comic thing. When it comes to Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, they don't need much, and you see them together. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Question.
Go ahead, BJ.
So, and I need Kevin Feige to cut me a check right quick because what is one of the things everybody's been wanting to see for years, and we could see in this movie? And the thing is, we already know that all the heroes are going to fight initially at some point.
Marvel.
What if you get a Wolverine versus the Hulk fight, and they show a clip of that in the trailer, and that could be the 5th trailer? And then, like I said, for that 6th trailer, what if you see that Spider-Man Deadpool team up on screen together? Like once again, you going boom, boom, and like I said,
in trailer.
That I'll tell you, that's when the internet just melts. Because I'm saying, if you show Wolverine on the Hulk's chest with that claw back about to go in his chest, everybody will lose their mind.
Just
you can't show that.
Out.
Can't show that.
What you mean you can't show that?
Can't show that.
Why?
You have to show Wolverine
like them kind of like at a stance in front of each other or something.
Not even that. That's too much. That's too much. It's too much. Let Wolverine. I'm not saying let his body get cut in half. I'm not saying that, but let him be getting himself together in a sense, saying and he could say like this big mother whatever, and then we're already going to know what that is. That's all we need. Well, I don't need to see. Don't because you about to do the same thing you did in Brand New Day, Brave New World or whatever.
Oh,
I don't want to see the Hulk. I don't want to see none of that. I can see Wolverine look at his wounds after a fight with the Hulk, and we're gonna know what that is. So I like where you're going with it. I don't need to see no CGI, none of that version of the Hulk in a trailer. I don't want to blow that vision for me.
Or what you could do, you can stick with that vision you said, right? And he like bloodied up and all that. What if you hear the Hulk growling or roaring or whatever?
There you go.
As he's singing that. There you go.
That's all you need.
Because here's what I'm saying. The only reason I thought that because in one of the trailers for was it Age of Ultron? Didn't we see the Hulkbuster in that trailer? And everybody lost their mind.
Oh yeah.
Because we were like, wait, when you saw the Hulk fight and you saw the Hulk,
we kept hearing rumors, and then they finally showed it or whatever. Yeah. Nah, I agree with you on that though. That's why I said, man, for me, we had an idea, kind of pick up what you said, because we had an idea of what the trailers were going to be. Like we heard strong rumors, like everybody was kind of in sync when they knew what was going to be. Like we knew Captain America, we knew Thor, we knew the X-Men. Remember we talked about on the show, the X-Men. That rumor was starting to pick up, and it started getting traction or whatever. And then we got the X-Men. We're not hearing anything concrete yet as far as a strong rumor is gaining traction for these other trailers that's coming out. Now we're starting to hear like, at first we talked about things supposed to come out with it's going to stop at 4. Now we're hearing 5. We talked about 5 last week, and now Big J, you saying you're hearing 6. So it's like we're hearing that. That's not concrete. Well, the 4 is concrete, but the 5 and the 6 isn't concrete, which means that we're not hearing anything of what the concrete trailer is going to be about.
It is. It is because they see the same source that they've been using is that Korean, the Korean state registry for the trailers. They've already they already had the notification that there's another Marvel trailer up there.
So what was it, 5 or 6?
I think there's at 6 because they said they just dropped them on that site now, and so they said people have verified. It's the same one where they saw when the first one came out, when they said they've seen that the trailer is uploaded to not uploaded, but like the registration that the trailer has been submitted for their approval. And so I'm like, so then that means it's real.
Okay. Yeah, dang, that's crazy. You didn't. So wait. So what are you hearing as far as what the trailer's going to be? Because the only thing we heard was Spider-Man and Hulk, but this saying that's going to be in 5. I don't think they're going to wait for that to be in 5 if we don't really know what's going to be in 4 yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think if that's the case, they're gonna probably move it to 4.
I just don't know because if they're still not going to show, from what I'm hearing, they're still not planning on showing Doom at all until
out the deal. Yeah.
Until the actual trailer.
Actual trailer. Yeah. I think I agree with that. I wouldn't do that either. Just wait until the actual trailer or whatever for that. Like you said, just continue to build up and all that stuff. Do what they're doing. Like I said, if you come up with another trailer, kind of like you did with the X-Men or whatever, where it's getting people buzzed and ready for the next one, then go that route. Like I said, if that's the case, if you continue to go that way, then you might want to do, if you, like you said, if you want to split it up into two, like say you want to do a Hulk and a Wolverine, that's what we constantly want to see. Then you want to do a Deadpool and a Spider-Man in one. That'll be your other two right there, and then you go into the trailer for the Super Bowl. Now it'd be clean if they did this. The last one be a Spider-Man Deadpool.
That's what I said.
Then that, like you said, that'll go into the actual trailer, like you said, the actual Spider-Man trailer. That'll like feed into that, 'cause that'll help build up the Spider-Man trailer. You know what I'm saying? Get you people prepared for the Spider-Man trailer. So yeah, I agree with that part. Speaking of trailers and people being in trailers, this is interesting. So we've been hearing about this right here. So Elizabeth Olsen will play multiple Scarlet Witch variants in Avengers Doomsday. Gotta ask y'all this: do y'all actually think that she's going to be in this movie?
Mm-hmm.
Not Secret Wars, Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
We think, cuz?
Yeah, it only makes sense for her to be in Doomsday as well, especially when we talk about kids, because her kids will be part of it. Being the multiverse, being just a disruption, it just makes sense that she's going to be there and the different variants as well. She's by far one of the more important players within the MCU when it comes to the multiverse, just because of everything that she did. So yeah, it just makes sense for her to be back in Doomsday. Like I said, because the whole play that BJ started, and it's making more and more sense, is with the kids being the focal point for Doomsday. So for her to be there, try to protect the kids, get her kids back, or whatever the need is, it just makes sense. So this isn't too surprising. It just makes me more excited of the possibilities of what she'll be doing within Doomsday.
What if she's in one of those trailers?
She could be.
Yeah.
So, because once again, I think from what I'm understanding, is she's going to be playing herself as Wanda Maximoff in Earth 10005 as Magneto's daughter, and then I think even possibly bringing her back as the one from the 838 from the what was that? Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
So that's two that we already know, plus the one from 616 we already have. So she could play those three variants already, because I think they said she was going to be part of the Fox X-Men universe and bring her back that way. So I think we're going to see multiple versions of her.
Which think, BA?
This is 100% correct. I think it's on board for everything else. She said she wasn't in it because she's playing multiple roles. Like, you know, I am not just Scarlet Witch that you know of. I'm about 4 different versions of her, and we'll see which one. We'll see which one that Dr. Doom will take by his side if they tend to go that route. You know, you can say the X-Men world. Well, yeah, because old girl, Tierra Parrish. What is her name? Photon. She's there, right? So that could be some type of link there. There's multiple different versions of her and how she can be a part of it. But at the end of the day, she's a Scarlet Witch, man. She's her and her sorcery is going to be in this movie some kind of way. It's no way you can get you can't avoid it. So I do expect to see Scarlet Witch and multiple different versions of Scarlet Witch. We already saw her play multiple versions already, so it wouldn't be like, oh my god, where did this come from? You know, hell, she played different TV sitcom versions of herself. Like she's all over the board. So I like to see, you know, some of that come due here and let her get even more frozen molasses, even more than the regular. So yes, I would agree with that. I agree with all that, by the way. Yep.
Did you go good?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen. I think that she is going to play a major part. She's one of those actors too that said like, "Oh no, I'm not into Marvel movies and all that stuff." Which is why I think I asked you cuz and Big J last week when do you think that the Phoenix is gonna be in this movie or whatever? Y'all like, oh no, she said she wasn't gonna be in it. I'm like, yo, we didn't have Andrew Garfield say he wasn't gonna be in the movie. Now we didn't have Captain America, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans say he ain't gonna be in the movie. And now she's one of the people too that said she's not gonna be in the movie, and now we're hearing rumors of her being in the movie. And so that's why I'm just like, look, I can't take these folks on face value no more, man. Too much line, especially when it comes to the Marvel movies. There's too much line going on. So it makes sense that she's in the movie. And it also makes sense that there's multiple versions of her. We saw it in Multiverse of Madden, like BJ was saying. So that's why I said, like, I think she's going to play an important part. It also makes sense that she's going to be in Earth 11, or was it Earth 10005? That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to finally get the mutant version of Scarlet Witch, what she's supposed to be. So as Magneto's daughter and all that stuff. So that's going to be pretty interesting if they go that route. Now, I wonder if they're going to have Quicksilver in that movie too. So that's going to be interesting too. I don't think he'd have a cheer. So that's going to be interesting. They went that route too or whatever. So, but yeah, speaking of this movie, man, speaking of people we don't know is actually going to be in the movie. So Hugh Jackman, when asked if he will return as Wolverine in Avengers Doomsday, he said, quote, "My gut says I'm not done, but that's just me. Marvel might have different ideas." Just think about this, Big J. Is he going to be in this movie, man?
He will, and as I said before, he should die.
Whoa, you right to it, huh?
Huh?
And you got BA's attention when you said that. Go ahead.
No, we already, dude. The man is 57, 55, 57. I think he's about 57. He cannot continue to play this character into the future. He has to be recast. If they're going to reboot the mutant saga, get a young Magneto and start over when you do this refresh. Don't try and hang on to Hugh Jackman thinking, oh, because at that point it is going to be a desperation play. And I'm going to think that's the same reason you brought back Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and all that. I'm thinking, okay, we are just being desperate and snatching on nostalgia. You're not trying to continue the story and tell new stories, because why would you not recast a younger version if you're going to have a whole young 20-some-year-old X-Men crew, and then you got 55-year-old, 57-year-old Wolverine walking around with his crutches and all that, in a wheelchair looking like Professor X. Come on now.
What you got, BA?
So yeah, I'm not believing anything that he's saying right now. And I told y'all a long time ago, don't listen to these actors. Don't listen to these people in Hollywood. They will lie to you quick, fast, in a hurry. From James Gunn to anybody else, they will lie to you quick, fast. And if I was an actor, I'll lie to you. Why? Because I'm not trying to slip up like Mark Ruffalo and say something stupid, and then next thing you know, my check getting cut in half. I don't want those problems. So no, I'm gonna lie to you with no question. So I believe that these people are lying. Of course, he's going to be in it. And I agree with Big J. He deserves to go. He got to go. I mean, these people. Then this you trying to see? Just because Ian McKellen and Patrick whatever is I was about to say Patrick Swayze. Jesus.
Patrick SpongeBob.
Just because they in their 80s and still acting, and and Professor S already said this is his last thing. Like, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, he retired.
And I believe that. Like, yo, these dudes are old, man. Like, yo, you can't have them do action roles in their 60s. It's just if they keep this up, you're gonna have Wolverine being a yellow and blue clawed version of the Equalizer. That's what you're gonna have. I'm not gonna move too much. I'm gonna do one do. That's it. I'm not trying to watch that. Nobody trying to watch that. Do you know what I'm saying? So
right.
And this is the same problem with Blade. Like, Marshall Ali, he got them in a chokehold. Like he signed on to be Blade. They cannot recast him. Yeah. He has to be in it. He has to give him like 2 movies or whatever. Like he damn it. He getting up there. I'm like, I don't want to see. I need to see like some action. So that's my problem with it. So, if he was somebody else, maybe, but he's playing like the guy that's supposed to be giving like high level action scenes. So no, he got to go. And like I say, he needs to be recast. The quicker, sooner the better. We already thought we saw a send-off for him in Logan. We thought that was it. And then he found a way to come back. Now, Deadpool movie was a good movie, but let's not, let's not stretch this thing out pause too far. So, I'm sorry for the hesitation there. Big J is writing things and is It's just distracting at times. But no, but yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go. Who's next?
What you got, Will?
No, it's time for him to go. Go ahead, get these last two movies in. Doomsday Secret Wars, shut them down. Secret Wars. Hopefully they'll be the send off. I agree with BA. It's time for the old heads to be removed, to be replaced, for the younger actors and actresses. Especially going into the mutant saga, it's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be a lot of things happening. So you want the younger people so can be able to do these action because what we've been able to get back a little bit more and more have been the practical action scenes, practical sides of movies and shows, and it's made us appreciate them a lot more, especially after all the heavy CGI and the bad CGI. So going through that and saying, practical isn't so bad, and now we enjoy it and love it a little bit more. So to be able to do that, you have to have your younger people for that. So I'm hoping that that's what we end up getting is that another send off, and for that we'll move on to our next. Wolverine, because I think he's going to be in both of these movies. He's going to be in both of these movies and be able to go from there.
Yeah, like I said, the movie that he just played in with Deadpool makes sense. It should just weave right into the movie, so that makes sense, bro. Like you said, he didn't have a chair. I think a lot of reasons why they're keeping certain names a secret, like Chris Evans, for example, they're keeping the people a secret because they want to see that buzz and that pop or whatever from the movies and stuff like that when they announce or show these people on screen and stuff. So, like BA said, I don't believe nobody when they say, "Oh, I'm not in the movie. I don't know anything about it." Like, yeah, we heard that too many times, and we kind of find out, oh, they are in the movie. Like, no, we're not doing that. So, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? These people be lying. They trying to. I know Marvel's trying to build this mystique around the movie and all that stuff, man. We live in a day and age, man, where everybody got one of these bad boys right here. You can't keep secrets and stuff no more, man. So some gonna leak, some gonna be told or whatever. And I do believe he in the movie, so we gonna see though. But check it out, y'all. Last but not least, man, this is a pretty interesting one. We talking about this a little bit in the group. So Netflix only wants to keep movies in the theaters for 17 days, fellas, after they buy Warner Brothers. So Andy begins. What do you think about this, cuz?
This is what sucks about this. This is the least of the two evils between them and CBS buying Warner Brothers. I would prefer for Warner Brothers not to be sold, for them to stay as they are, to be able to be their own studio, be able to drop their own shows or movies and things like that. Because having choices in studios and productions is what helps us to have better productions, because you have more options, and it forces. It typically will force these companies to be a little bit better, but when you start to consolidate like this, it makes it much worse for us, the consumer, and for the employees as well. And 17 days is just terrible. What you had shared yesterday for Stranger Things, my wife and I went and saw it in the theater, the finale, and it was worth going to the theater to watch it, the sound and the screen and stuff. But they were able to collect over $25 million on a 2-day run. Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and New Year's on a typically on a TV show on days that aren't typically heavy theater days. They were able to pop that out in just a 2-day run, and it was pretty limited as well for it, because I don't think they started showing the movies until like 7 p.m. On New Year's Eve or something like that. So like they waited until it released on Netflix before it actually released in the theater. So it even had a smaller window. So it wasn't even at that full 48 hours or whatever, and they was able to pull out this amount of money. It just shows you how special the theater is. So for them to cut it to just 17 days for one of the greatest movie studios, Warner Brothers and stuff. It's just sickening. I hope there'll be people to be able to talk them out of that. I just hope that, God, I hope they're able to talk them out of it, because that will be detrimental to the theaters. Theaters do have to adapt, but adapting to just a 17-day run is just no good for anybody. To be able to go see these movies, like that's not even a month. Like it's not even 3 weeks. Like it's. I hate this. I hate all of this. I'm just gonna be honest. I hate it. I think it's by far one of the worst things that can happen for us as a consumer of movies. It's just a terrible idea. There's no way you can tell me otherwise. That's it's a new phrase that I heard. Instead of it being a hill that I would die on, it's a hill that I would kill other folks on. That I believe that this is a very bad idea, and I stand on that.
You got BJ.
That's crazy. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I won't die on the hill, but I will put other folks down on that hill.
Understood. Gotcha.
Well,
That's how I
It's
feel.
took a turn to the left.
Only to the left. What you got, Big J?
Yeah,
I think this would be a huge mistake. Honestly, if I was a movie theater company, I would not show any of their movies. If that's the case, I would just, you know what I mean. It's not worth the 2 week the investment you got to spend and the fees that you're paying and all that to run those movies. I wouldn't do it. I just would like, you know what, I'll show Disney and everybody else's stuff and make my money there. Because you're playing with my money anyway. Because that's the thing, movie theaters make all their money on the merchandising and the concessions and all that. And if I only got a 2 week window to show a movie, that's just idiotic. I know the thing is we want to consolidate all the content, but it's just dumb to me to do that. Because one, you're cutting off a major revenue source for yourself.
exactly.
You're not going to sit there and generate more. Everybody's not going to subscribe to the Netflix / HBO Max just to see your content when. And I understand people have changed and everybody doesn't like to go to the movie theaters, but obviously with Avatar already just under $1 billion as of right now, people still going to the movie theaters. If the movie is good enough, they'll go. And you as a studio can make your money back by going to the theater. But how much money are you going to make by Netflix subscriptions? You know what I'm saying? They already got, 300 million households? How much more do they think they're going to get by doing this?
Yeah, 'cause more people got Netflix than all the other apps.
Yeah.
So everybody got it already. Like I'm with you. What you got, BA? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, BJ.
No, I just think I think it's very, very short-sighted. I think they will kill the return. If you spend $82 billion to buy a studio, how many more subscriptions do you think you're gonna get?
The price is going up.
Yeah, the price. Everybody's gonna be paying $1 billion a month for Netflix. We got to get this money back. Like it makes no sense. So, okay, what you got, Ben?
I wanted to play the advocate in this situation. So I don't support it, but I was like, why Netflix? Why are they doing this? And I just realized the people that the owners or the creators of Netflix, that's just who they are. This is the same company that made you forget about Blockbuster Video. The same thing in which everything after the movies came out, where did it go? Straight to Blockbuster. They crushed them. So they are a predator when it comes to this business thing, and they do not look for any type of kickbacks or anything like that. So they're telling you right now their mission is to make you forget about the movie theater in itself. We are that. You subscribe to us. You already got the 75-inch TV. Some of y'all got movie screens, period, as it is. If not, you can just get a projector. We sell, you can get them too. You already got your little lazy boy, your lounge chair, your couches and stuff like that. Why have to get up and get your whole family out of bed when you can just all get together and sit on your couch? And matter of fact, don't even get together. You can stay in your room. You can stay in your room, and this other two, they can stay in their room, and we can all watch it. Hey, we're gonna watch it at the same time. We can do that too. They are very predatorial when it comes to taking over the entertainment business as we know it. Why? Because they already did it, and I just think that's their mindset. That's what they're going with. Hell, I won't be surprised if some of these AMCs turn into Netflix themselves, and they have their own movie theater brand. You know,
Right.
so yeah, hey, okay, cancel us out. Cool, no problem. We'll just buy some of these movie theaters and we'll only play Netflix movies. Come watch us. Okay, yeah, why not? You know, it's just why not see Stranger Things like that? Why not see whatever else they have in the movie theaters? Cool. I'm only gonna watch for a day or two anyway. So in the long term, is that good business? Who knows? We gotta wait and see. But the American people, as we know it, we are getting lazier by the day. The advent of technology is supposed to do that for us human beings. The increase in technology is supposed to make us do less work. So that's what they're banking on. They're banking on as things get better, as things get more technologically advanced, then you're going to fall back. Why even live? Why even get out your house? You can work from home. You can buy groceries from home. You can buy shoes, clothing from home. Just watch movies at home too. Why not? So that's their mindset, I'm assuming. And I'm trying to tap into, because that's a devilish mindset to have. But that's what they want. They want to crush it. Y'all saw the little meme where Mickey Mouse had the Thanos hand. I got this brand. I got Fox. I got this. You don't think they trying to do the same exact thing? And their end goal is probably Disney. Yo, I'm gonna buy you. It might be a monopoly, and then we gotta deal with court cases and all that stuff. But that's what they're saying. That's their last piece. That's their time stone. I get that. It's a wrap. So it's interesting. And I like to see how it plays out.
What you say, BJ?
I was going to BA. Do y'all not have Netflix houses up there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they just opened up one down here. There's a Netflix house. It's like a big old entertainment complex where you go down there and they have
like Galleria.
I had different rooms.
I was just shooting the shit on that. Excuse me, lady. I was just tossing that out there. It's already happening, man.
Yeah, Google it. It opened up it's like I think $39.
I believe. Yeah. I wasn't saying it in opposition. I was just saying like that's crazy. I was just kind of saying like that's what they could do. They're already starting that process to just come to see us. You don't even need the regular movies. Matter of fact, we'll lease off the regular movies to play here. Why go anywhere else? Like man, y'all better get on that Netflix train, man.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, bro. Let's put it like this. They definitely sold us some dreams, hopes and dreams out here. I agree with what you said, because I was talking, me and my wife talking about this last night, and because she kept saying like I told you what was going to happen, and I was like, you know what? They were real adamant, they were real convincing when they told us they were gonna keep everything status quo. Everything was gonna, Warner Bros. Gonna still be kind of a separate entity, and Netflix gonna do what they've been known for doing. The fact that Warner Brothers is a movie studio, right, and Netflix is more for television. They said they bought Warner Brothers to try to see how to put a foot into the movie industry, right? Y'all have heard me say this a million times. Hollywood in general is built off the back of the movie studios. It's not for streaming. You don't make as much movie on your streaming as you do if you put a movie in the movie theater. No streaming thing is going to make as much money as that one movie Avatar just made this past weekend. It's not going to happen. So the fact that you're like BJ said, it doesn't make any sense that you're gonna shorten your pockets by putting a movie in the movie theater for only 17 days. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's like, then why the hell did you buy Warner Brothers then? Now I agree with you, cuz out of them and out of CBS, I would probably prefer Netflix. I didn't want them to sell it all. I think we already talked about that. But for them to take instead of CBS, lesser two evils, I guess. I guess I'm glad Netflix got them over CBS, I guess. But from what this right here is not encouraging when you're saying it's 17. Because remember, I think they said at one point they were going to keep it in. Wasn't it longer than that? Originally, they said that. What, in a month?
45 days.
They said 17 to maybe a few months.
No, but originally didn't they say like,
and
like,
we just
30 or 45 or
we
something
just
like that?
focusing on the months part. They said as low as 2 weeks or whatever. Yeah, they said that.
Oh, they really said that?
Yeah, but it was a window. Now they're just saying, I'll stick to the 17.
Yeah, you're right.
So, bro, my thing is, right, and I'm not knocking anything. And of course, businesses fail all the time. But, you know, you don't think they know that you know, things like Avatar can happen? You don't think they know that, like, okay, yeah, you can get a certain amount of money. Like they know that. I think they just don't care. I think they're just trying to eliminate it altogether.
My thing is, I think what it is, they only wanted to do it for the filmography. It's to bolster and bolster their filmography. Now you have more avenues to create original content for your company now, right? Like you got the DC brand now, they can make original content for your brand. You got who else that Warner Brothers own? You know, Harry Potter,
Cartoon Network. Yeah,
Cartoon Network with all these other ones, right? Like they got so many avenues now that can help create original brand to add to their filmography or whatever, right? I think it's kind of what they did it for. Kind of in the same vein as what Fox did. I mean, Disney did, because remember, Disney didn't buy Fox News and all that stuff. They did the same thing Netflix just did. We're gonna buy your film division. And so now, what did that do? Now they own Hulu now. Of course, you got Disney Plus. Now look at their filmography. They got so much now that they can dabble in now. And now you got original content that you can add to your brand now. And so, cause like now they own Predator, they own Aliens, Star Wars, right? They own all these other brands now on top of whatever they already own. And so I think that's more in that line than it is of we trying to shut down the whole entire movie industry. Because it's like, bro, like, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like you got a cash cow over here on the side. You already making money as Netflix, right? You can stack on top of that by hitting both industries, both the television and the movie industry, bro. If you continue keeping things the way they are for the movie side. What you say, BJ?
No, I typed in. Honestly, I really wish that Disney or Apple would have swooped in and bought.
Apple. I said Apple. I don't know why Apple didn't go in and swoop in and bomb, bro. That would have been perfect.
Because they got it. They need content for Apple TV. And the thing is, but I think they still would recognize, well, you know what, if we just leave it in the theaters, and then all you have to do if you're Netflix.
Or Comcast.
Well, that's the thing. I think Comcast did bid, but they were bidding low. I think they bid $21 a share, and they ended up going for like 28. So my thing is this, though. What Netflix should recognize is, look, instead of trying to, let's just get rid of the movie theaters completely, have the first right, because, you know, there's different levels to the streaming rights. There's certain studios, like Sony had a deal where the movie first went to, I think, Netflix initially after the theatrical run.
So I think now it's like Stars or something like that.
Yeah, and then I think it's eventually they're trying to. I think Disney was trying to get that to where they could come in, but I think Disney has the secondary rights, so that after it goes on the first streaming run, then it goes to Disney on the secondary streaming run on the Disney Plus and the Hulu.
Yeah,
they could do the same thing where all of their streaming, they could take the first streaming rights and they just run it to Netflix, where they would hold the streaming rights for like the first year, and then after the first year, it can go to. Then you could resell the rights to those same movies to any other streaming service and make money again. But instead of like they're being dumb, like, oh, we're just gonna get rid of it, we're gonna have all subjects stream 100%, and forsake, like I said, a $200 billion industry where you could be making. I mean, how much did Warner make so far in 2025? Wasn't it like 4.5 billion dollars?
Yeah, they're the most profitable this year.
So you're giving away all that revenue because you're like, nope, we're gonna give away all that money, the $6 billion that we made this year in revenue. We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna put it on streaming and hopefully raise prices and get more viewers. Like I said, they're already the number one and the number three streaming services. HBO Max and Netflix are number one and number three streaming services. So what more do you think you're gonna pick up in subscriptions?
That's what I was saying. That it didn't make any sense. Then on top of that, then that means that you would never ever see another $1 billion film ever in Warner Brothers history.
Nope.
That's crazy.
You might make 100 million.
Yeah, I would just about to say that, BJ. You might make 125 or something like that, bro. Like if a movie only make opening weekend like 80 million, then it dropped about say 60% on the second weekend, bro. You've been looking at probably like 150 total for your theatrical run, bro. That means you lost money because most of the budgets are $150, $150 million.
Well, guess
so
what?
Like you're not going to get that back.
They'll be like Blumhouse.
Remember what we said though, too. The theater takes 50% of that box office, so
that too.
That's why I always say you got to basically double what with your budget. You got to double it to get your money back because you have to double. You have to make twice as much as the box office to get half of that back.
That's why the opening weekend is so important because you try to get majority of that back on opening weekend.
But if the movie's got legs, like I said, movies like what was that? We talked about it, like Infinity Wars and Endgame. Endgame was in the theater for like 5 months. That's why it made the 2.7. Was it 2.6? I think in the first theatrical run, and it added like another 100 million each subsequent run, to where it's at now at the $2.9 billion. But it's like that's how it made them. It stayed in movie theaters for 5 months, and the last few weeks it was making $5, $6, $7 million. But the thing is, it had made I think $200-300 million that opening weekend, and then kept just raking in money weekend over week because it was getting repeat business, and then it was getting word of mouth, and everybody wanted to be part of that. Same thing with Black Panther. Black Panther made over $1 billion, and almost most of that in February.
Yeah.
But you're cutting, like I said, you're cutting off all that revenue because go back to the thing we talked about with basketball, like the smartest guy in the room. Hey, we so smart, we're gonna be a disruptor in this space, and we're gonna just get rid of movie theaters and hope. Like I said, the fact that you spent $82 billion and then cut off the main revenue stream for the thing that you just bought just seems idiotic.
Yeah, I said I agree. Oh, okay, cuz I'm just saying we can wrap it up here.
Okay, bet. But there's a term called second week drop offs, right? We know this in movies, right? That second week is a killer. Well, that's what Netflix is saying. They're not saying like it's an end all be all. They just, like you said, for the Black Panthers of the world, for some other ones that's under their window or whatever, their brand. Yeah, we can keep that in the movie theater for a little bit longer. But the overall majority, no, we're not even going to hit that second week drop off. Like once that happens, it's out of here. So it gives more credence maybe to go out and watch what you want to watch. If not, just stay at home and it'll be there sooner or later. And then you need to whoever made that movie, try again next time. Be better, in a sense, right? Putting more onus on quality over quantity. That could be a business ploy. We don't know, but I think 17 is very, like, it stands out. They saying if you don't survive that second week drop off, then you out of here. There you go.
All right, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into these questions and comments here. All right, I know Cuz got to get ready to go. So we're going to run through these questions here real quick. All right, fellas, let's see what we got here on the questions. We don't know who this guy is right here. We got King in the business. Said, what's up, fellas? He said Queen loves the games. Probably talking about Fallout. Yeah, I never really played the games. Pluto says I'm only seeing Doomsday for the X-Men at this point. I'm ready for
Secret Wars
to reboot the universe and start the multiverse mutant saga. Yeah, which is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I know that X-Men trailer got everybody hyped or whatever. So, and let me see what we got right here. Pluto also said X-Men versus Justice League coming to IMAX in 2040. Says available on Netflix and Disney Plus the same day, but that'd be crazy if they did do that. But I think they'll ever do something like that though. You don't think so?
Not unless Marvel, like I said, Disney should have bought DC.
So even with Kevin Feige and James Gunn being good friends and all that, you don't think so? Okay, I was wondering.
I don't think Kevin Feige gonna be long for that world, especially with them talking about the 17 day. I think Kevin Feige gonna be out. I think he's gonna bounce.
Yeah, I think Kevin Feige's I'm hearing.
Not Kevin Feige. I'm sorry. I'm talking about
James Gunn.
James Gunn. I think
when you said Kevin Feige, I was hearing rumors that Kevin Feige might be done after they get ready to start the mutant sagas. From what I've been hearing.
I mean,
so
would he hand it over to James Gunn on his way out and say, hey man, why don't you come back over because we see what's going on there with y'all 17-day runs. Why don't you come back over here and take over for me?
That's gonna be crazy. And then last but not least, he says Big J said, get your old bleep up out of y'all. Yeah, man. You talking about them old characters, the Wolverines of the world and all that stuff, man. Yeah, it's about time to reboot, man. Big J, you saw what I added, showed y'all in the group, man. Who they talking about they wanted Wolverine, man? I told you.
Who you talking about?
Terry.
Oh, Terry, yeah. I saw Terry or that other weird guy, but that guy I looked at, he played John Belushi in the movie. Like,
yeah,
the other guy you talk about, like he's short, but he's not. He talking he'll do whatever it takes to get in shape. I'm like, that's why I threw out the dude from the Bear. He's already got. He looks wild. He's got wild hair, and he's in shape.
It's I cannot think of the name of the show on Apple that he plays with Journey Smollett. I cannot think of the name of the show. My wife was watching a little bit of it, and I'm telling you, when I seen that episode, that show, when I watched a little bit, my wife was watching. I was like, okay, now I see why folks want Taron to be Wolverine, bro. I said I could see it now because he kind of got that dark, kind of menacing type of smoke. That's it. I was gonna say fire, but yeah, smoke. Yeah, he's pretty good in that show, bro. And I was like, that's a different side of him I've ever seen, bro. So I was like, oh, okay. Now I see why they want him to play Wolverine, and he only 36, so it's not too bad, bro. And he kind of short too. I think like 5. He's like
5'7", 5'6".
Yeah. Well, no, he like 5. He like 5'10".
No, Terry is shorter than that.
You sure?
Hold on, let's see. 10 inches in height. They say 5'9". Okay.
Okay, 5'9".
The other guy, the guy I tell you about, he's 5'7". The one from the Bear.
Yeah, he's 5'7", and the other guy who played John.
You
John
want
Belushi.
Taron Egerton to do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Allen White is 5'7".
He was fans cast for a while now, actually.
Yeah, he's been fan cast for a while.
Yeah. I was like, when people kept I'm like, man, I don't know. Then, like I said, then I seen that show. I'm like, oh, you know what? Okay, you convincing me, man. I could definitely see it, man. I could definitely see it. You know, he's an action type of guy too. When he played in the Kingsman movies and stuff. So
now you know who else I threw out before or a while, but he's starting to age out. Is Zac Efron because he's 5'8".
Yeah, I heard him. Yeah, I heard about him.
He can definitely do it, and he's got range. I mean, he played what's his name? So he could do it, but yeah.
Well, how is he now?
He's 38. Old, he's 38.
Damn, he's 38 already.
Yeah.
What, he just in High School Musical 85 yesterday?
That's what threw me off.
Well, you got to remember the old girl who was in High School Musical with him. What was that girl?
Vanessa Hudgens?
No. I'm talking about the side actresses in there because there was two of them that was like my age when the show came out. They were like the same age as me. No, I ain't being funny. I don't remember their names, but one of them played. Hold on, I can tell you the name because when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. What's that girl name? Sharpay Evans. Yeah. Ashley French. She is. How old is she?
Damn, that's crazy.
She's old.
I mean, I think
she was old in
their 20s for Wolverine, man.
That's
a body commitment.
So Ashley was 40, and then there was a black girl who was also in that.
Yeah,
she was out there the same age. They were like in the. I forgot it.
That's crazy, bro. Man, I think they're that old, man. But yeah, we're probably go back. I think they're gonna probably go like late, early to mid 30s, probably.
Oh wow, yeah, the girl who Monique Coleman, she is 45.
What?
Yeah, she played. What did she play in that movie? Taylor McKessie. But she was in High School Musical. But yeah, she's 45.
How old were they? I think they were like teenagers in High School.
No, so her and Ashley Tisdale were both in their late 20s. Well, I guess she was 30, and Ashley Tisdale was like 27.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Ashley Tisdale was like 27 in High School Musical. So I'm like, yeah, they was old.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, man, listen, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. You know, geeking out with your boy. I know we had a long show today, but it was a pretty good one though. We definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with us, man, per usual. We definitely encourage you guys to please hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. As we do this every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Hit the likes for us. Join us here every Tuesday evening or Tuesday and Saturday. We will have another show on Tuesday. Don't know what we're gonna be talking about with yet. Hopefully, probably a trailer. Because, matter of fact, when the other leak coming out?
Tuesday. Probably Tuesday.
Oh, leak.
Probably Tuesday.
Probably just
Don't it come out on Tuesday?
By Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, I think Monday usually.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll probably be talking about the next leak that we. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you right. We talked about it. Let it be Wolverine and Spider-Man, bro. That's gonna be a wrap, man. I'm tell you that now.
I told you, if it is, I'm gonna drive to your house and get your money, and I'm gonna take it straight to Kevin Feige.
Hey, just look up under the mat. It's gonna be right there. My wallet gonna be right there up under the mat, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I tell you, man. But listen, like I said, go ahead, BJ, my bad.
I was gonna say either of them, the combos out there. If you see Spider-Man and Deadpool or Wolverine and the Hulk, any of that in there, dude, I'm telling you.
Man, and they got, if you talking about they doing Black Panther with Fantastic Four, they're probably trying to off the nostalgia of remember when Black Panther got introduced in the comics in Fantastic Four. So they're probably gonna have that whole nostalgia thing.
Didn't Sue fall in love with?
I seen a screenshot.
I think there was some kind of flirting with them too.
I think it was a little flirting. I think I do remember.
T'Challa flirt with a lot of them.
What happened?
It's T'Challa.
I
did see a screenshot of Reed, Shuri, and Mackie. I did see a screenshot of that.
Oh,
I don't know if it's fan cast.
I don't know if that's real. Yeah, I don't know if that's real.
But I seen it. It looked authentic enough. So we'll see if anything is surrounded that.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that too. You're right. I when I see stuff like that and it look kind of distorted a little bit, I'd be kind of thinking it's like maybe AI or something. I don't know what's real no more.
You know, we gotta wait. We gotta see if anything else surrounded in it.
Exactly. Right. But yeah, man, listen, like I said, with all that being said, man, we'll be back here on Tuesday, guys. Do us a favor until then. Stay geeked. And we out.